My mom was in prison. My dad was out of my life since I was 4. I didn't have a relationship with him. He was in and out of jail in the streets. They were both heroin addicts, both gang members. And my grandfather was a gang member too, so I came from a long line of just so much destruction, so much chaos.
It's a fantastic story of caring for troubled youth of our communities. An early Knights leader, Judge Joseph Scott, commissioned the Knights of Columbus with the building of this chapel. This chapel was dedicated in 1951 and funding provided by the Knights of Columbus. It's the keystone to the whole program. The Knights have done this in partnership with the Brothers of Holy Cross, and especially Brother John Crowe, who has been here for 56 years.
I come from a family that's very dysfunctional. My parents both were drug addicts. I remember my mom putting me in the trash containers to get food out. I'd be embarrassed trying to get food, but that was our life, and I was used to it. I remember my mom working and not getting paid with money because she preferred food because my dad would take the money and use it for drugs. So it was a rough life. When I came to Rancho, I met Brother John, greatest guy in the world. He was like my mentor. I consider him my father, a father figure to me. He's everything.
I joined the Brothers of Holy Cross in 1958. They sent me out here in 1961. I've been here since that time, and I think that it was God's plan right along, which sometimes we don't see it that way, maybe to begin with or even afterwards. Well, our mission has always been to work with teenage boys with difficulty. The process is really kind of individualized in the sense that all of the kids may have the same needs, but they're not ready to accept some of them or partake in some of them. These boys have always been from a background of a lot of gang members throughout all of Los Angeles, and so there's problems there to begin with when they see a fellow gang member that they don't know at all. So the process there is to break down by the dormitory-style living that under the color of our skin or the size of our body, we still have the same needs in life. The Knights of Columbus became involved at Rancho with us here in order to make sure that this thing got together, because otherwise it would have been closed down. They built the dormitories, they built the dining hall, they built this chapel, they helped build the gym, thanks to the Knights of Columbus.
Colleagues, if we could have a round of applause for this video and the people and the supporters of Rancho San Antonio Boys Home, the last Catholic boys home in the state of California. When we come here and we do presentations, we've talked about the great accomplishments of so many inspiring individuals whose work has made a significant impact on our city. Recently, when Father Greg Boyle was welcomed into Chambers and honored for his accomplishments, it reminded me of someone who has undoubtedly left a mark in the San Fernando Valley and its residents in a similar way. I am a little embarrassed that it has taken us this long to honor him in Chambers, but before now, he was far too humble to accept the recognition. And today, I am proud to speak to you all about Brother John Crowe. Brother John was born the fifth of 7 children to Edward and Bernice Crowe in Detroit, Michigan. He later moved to Southern California, where he received his master's in social work from the University of Southern California School of Social Work. He began his journey of service by joining the Brothers of Holy Cross, a Catholic community of individuals who lead extraordinary lives committed to bringing hope to others. In 1966, Brother John began his 50-year tenure at Rancho San Antonio, a multi-service nonprofit that provides therapeutic services to youth and their families. And while at Rancho San Antonio, Brother John held various roles, each contributing to the organization's huge success, from starting as a counselor to social worker to program director, and then finally serving as the longest-serving executive director in the institution's history. His leadership was instrumental in making Rancho San Antonio a beacon of hope. Programs and services offered to participants instill hope, foster resiliency, and equip graduates with the tools necessary to succeed well past their time that they spend on the campus. During his time at Rancho San Antonio, the organization has helped over 12,000 previously troubled young men integrate back into society with a sense of purpose and a newfound perspective on life. Earlier this year, Brother John retired from Rancho San Antonio to a retirement home, which is why he could not be with us here today. His passion for helping others while serving with love left an everlasting impact on all who crossed his path. And to this day, the staff at Rancho San Antonio continue to serve with his mission in mind. Behind me, I have members of the staff who work directly with Brother John and individuals whose lives have forever been changed by him. And I'd first like to invite Brother John's successor, Aubrey Sweeney, to share a few words about this great man.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us today, and thank you so much, Councilmember John Lee and your team, for this special event in honor of Brother John Crowe. As Councilman Lee said, my name is Aubrey Sweeney, and I'm the current director of Rancho San Antonio, a multi-service, nonprofit organization that has provided trauma-informed therapeutic services to youth and their families for over 90 years. Brother John spent the last 60 years of his life living on campus dedicated to the mission of Rancho San Antonio. 45 of those years as our CEO. Brother John is watching today from his new home in Austin, Texas. Today we are here to honor the man, but really the legend, Brother John. Since he came to Rancho in the mid-60s, over 12,000 young men have walked through our gates seeking rehabilitation. In this time of service at Rancho, Brother John has been both a mentor and a father figure. He has helped our youth get jobs, their first cars, started a scholarship program to help them pay for college. He has taught them to cook, and most notably, raise the money to build our transitional age apartments for graduates to live independently that might have otherwise aged out. Both the apartments and the scholarship program created by Brother John continue to thrive today. In my personal 27 years at Rancho, I am proud to have experienced Brother John's leadership and dedication. In addition to supporting my leadership at Rancho, he has opened his heart and shared his vulnerability, his fears, his joy, and his passions. He is such a strong man with a bellowing voice and a message of hope. Mother Teresa said, "Love cannot remain by itself. It has no meaning. Love has to be put into action, and that action is service." Thank you, Brother John, for your decades of love and service. And now I would like to introduce you to my friend of almost 50 years and colleague that works at Rancho San Antonio in our transitional housing program, Mr. Keith Weiser.
Thank you, Aubrey. Yes, I've known Aubrey about 50 years, and that's amazing since I'm only 40. She looks wonderful. My name is Keith Weiser, and I've worked at Rancho San Antonio for almost 30 years in different capacities. I've known Brother John my whole tenure at Rancho. First, I'd like to thank Councilman Lee for honoring us here today for Brother John Crowe Day. It is immensely appreciated and earned. It is great joy in my heart that I stand before all of you today to say a few words about Brother John. Brother John is one of the most outstanding individuals you would ever meet. He was a CEO and CFO for over 55 years. During that time, Brother John helped evolve Rancho into one of the best places to help at-risk youth. Thousands of troubled youth have walked through the gates and left Rancho as better young men. They would enter Rancho as angry juveniles and leave Rancho with a good work ethic, confidence in themselves, and most of all, hope. Hope that they could lead successful lives and do well in life. Let me tell you a little bit about Brother John. Brother John loves God, family, friends, Notre Dame football, and the culinary arts. Not in any order there. He really loves a good chili relleno. The spicier, the better. He was always thinking of others, whether it was family, friends, the staff, or the youth at Rancho. He always put others first. How many of us here today can say that we always put others first? Once again, I want to thank Councilman Lee for honoring Brother John today, and God bless Brother John. Thank you.
And now I'd like to bring up somebody whose life has been changed by Brother John, a graduate of our program, Mr. Victor Herrera. Victor?
Thank you. Yes, hello. I'm one of the former residents at Rancho. My name is Victor. I'm currently the food service director here at Rancho San Antonio. I came to Rancho when I was 16 years old. I came from a dysfunctional family, place of neglect and abuse, both physically and mentally. My life was a mess and I was lost. It is at Rancho San Antonio where I met Brother John for the first time. He became a father figure in my life, something I didn't have. He was an inspiration to me. Brother John, like you guys heard, had a love for the culinary arts. He loves cooking, which in turn also I developed the interest in the culinary arts. So after completing the Rancho program, Brother John offered me a job there. So I started working at Rancho as an employee, and I stayed at the transitional housing program that Rancho has at that time. During that time, I went to culinary school, got my degree, and became a chef. Since we both loved the passion for food, we would often cook side by side and share recipes together. He became a father to me at that time, and I became a son to him. We also shared the love of God and faith, in which I thank God every day for putting Brother John in my life. Brother John taught me to be a better person, to be responsible, to follow my dreams. He helped me to believe in myself. I was heading for a life of failure, but I am what I am now because of Brother John. I'm now married with a beautiful woman, in which Brother John was the best man in my wedding. We have 2 wonderful kids, which Brother John was the godfather. My daughter just graduated high school. She's starting her college now, and my son just graduated CSUN, and he's starting his career working with Goldman Sachs now. Brother John's been an inspiration to my kids as well, to all of us. I'm just one of the few that Brother John, helped find themselves and, showed us a way to a better life. There are so many here that it would fill up this room to have everybody here. So I just want to thank Brother John for all he's done. I love him very much, and we're here to honor him. So thank you.
So colleagues, as you can hear by the testimony of Aubrey, Keith, and Victor about the importance of the man that we are celebrating today, Brother John's impact extends far beyond the organization's walls. He has inspired countless individuals to embrace healing and pursue positive life paths. His legacy demonstrates the power of compassion, dedication, and unwavering commitment to serving with love above all else. Unfortunately, because of health reasons, he could not be with us here today, but I know, and I've been told, that Brother John is watching us all from home. And Brother John, I hope you feel the love that we have here today for you. We hope you know that we are all incredibly appreciative of your remarkable contributions to the community. Your life's work is a testament to the profound impact one can have when driven by love. And I believe we have a short video from Brother John to play.
About my dad?
Yeah.
Okay, my dad played with the Four Horsemen at Notre Dame in 1924 to 1926. He graduated and went up to Detroit. But out of the 6 brothers that graduated from Notre Dame, all of them had letters, and they still have the letters for the university, the number of people in one family that got sports letters. They raised their family just like they ran that team and played on that team. Everybody in our family, we had 8 children, 7 children lived, and we were basically, each one of us had a part in the family, and my father stressed all the time, everybody's part of this family. All you guys got a part and a role to fill in this family, and you don't let us down. Everybody is for everybody else, and that's the way we were raised, and I find that influenced my life today And what I've done at Rancho through the years is, hey, we're all part of one big team, and we have to work together to get it done and make it work for everybody.
And Brother John, I know you're listening, and I want you to know that your impact will be felt for years to come by so many people who have graduated through this program. To change 12,000 individual lives is such an incredible accomplishment. But to ensure that your story and name are never forgotten, I am announcing today, and I just introduced a motion asking for the section of Plummer Street from DeSoto Avenue to Burial to be dedicated formally to be recognized as Brother John Way, because we hope the work continues the Brother John Way. Thank you.
Mr. Lee, we have a few members on the queue.
Okay.
And I was honored to second that. It's a great motion. I'll start with Mr. McCosker.
Thank you very much, John Lee, for this recognition of Brother John. I will say that the Congregation of the Holy Cross has played a big role in my life. I do not know Brother John, but I know what he's about. And my love for him could not be greater. And if he's talking about his dad, if his dad was Clem Crowe, uncle, captain of the 25 team at Notre Dame, played for Newt Rockne, played basketball and football, heroic guy in Notre Dame football history. But back to Brother John. Back to Brother John. The Congregational Holy Cross educated me, educated 4 of my children through both St. Edward's and the University of Notre Dame. It is an order that speaks so well of what Brother John has dedicated his life to, and it's an order that speaks so well for what you dedicate yourselves to. So thank you, John Lee, for this honor. And thank you so much for acknowledging this great work, and I could not be more touched. So God bless Brother John.
Thank you. Councilwoman Padilla. Yep, Councilwoman Padilla.
So I just want to thank Councilmember Lee for bringing this great San Fernando-based organization to be celebrated and recognized for their good work. One of the things that's always kind of mentally shocked me is that the only space where it's sort of approved or the great partnership to see church and state is always in the space of helping those that have been through the incarcerated system. It's amazing how much faith and religion you always find in those spaces, but it's not just, I don't just see it inside, but I've always seen that it's so important on the outside. So I applaud you for being the organizations that take that to the next level and make sure that in our society, we don't just let people get thrown away, but really back and re-immersed into society by believing in something bigger. So thank you again.
Thank you. Back to you, Mr. Lee.
Well, Brother John, we hope that you can come and be with us when we do the formal dedication for the street in front of Rancho San Antonio. That should always be remembered, that your name should be right in front. But we would like here in the city to recognize you now and hope that you are watching to recognize that from the council members and the mayor of the city of Los Angeles, we'd like to recognize today as Brother John Day here in the city of Los Angeles.